What is up, YouTube? Today I'll be taking you through hiking Pico De Orizaba. If you're someone with bad internet or worried about data, I also have a full long-form post with everything you could possibly need to know about hiking Pico De Orizaba. I've put in the link in the description, so yeah, click on that if you just want to read. The first thing you'll need to know is how to get there. Now, if you have your own transport, driving yourself might be an option, but unless the vehicle is high clearance and four-wheel drive, I would suggest not even trying to drive the track yourself. You could, but you could easily have a terrible time, and you're there to hike, not fix your car, so I'd just get transport. Most of the hostels in town can offer lifts. They also offer gear. We went with the Orizaba mountain guides. They were super cool. They were the cheapest we found. The drive itself takes between an hour and a half to 2.5 hours.
So we're just setting up camp. We found a good spot, just in between some bigger rocks. Can't really see the mountains right now. It's really foggy. Down there is the main hut, but I think we found the best spot. Just here.
We just had a little bit of a storm. We've been trapped in the tent. Let's have a look. Side. Oh, okay. It's a bit wet still. Okay, so we just did a quick acclimatization hike, just a couple of kilometers.
Yeah, we haven't really been at this distance altitude. We've been quite ill before at lower altitudes.
But everything, I mean, we're getting better with it. We came up here and we didn't feel sick at all, and it's 4,200.
Yeah.
But the first 500 meters we walked yesterday, we went up 200 meters. So
The elevation is quite steep.
yeah, you gain 1,400 and something meters in 3 kilometers. There's like parts where it's over 50% gradient, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. It's definitely the steepest thing we've ever climbed.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we have just started on the track, almost 2 o'clock.
Conditions are looking quite well at the moment. Just a slight breeze, and we're down about 500 meters.
We just reached the glacier, which you can't see. Taken a little bit longer than we would have liked.
We got a little bit lost on the way and got caught on some cliffs. So we are about, I'd say, 40 minutes behind schedule.
The sun's just starting to come up, as you can see.
From here, things got really steep really quick. The altitude started to get to me as well, which was pretty brutal. It was definitely the worst I felt it, but it turned out to be okay. It didn't get to Sarah as much. She just powered through it like it was nothing, which was really impressive to me.
This is extremely
Snack time. Pretty good view.
It's not really physically demanding, but
Pretty physically demanding, I'm dying.
physically too.
It's just hard to breathe.
It's a little bit hard to breathe, but I feel we had good days.
Well, Castle Peak anyway. Well, made it. Now we're getting pelted with hail.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at this!
Sarah's still stoked.
Look at the shoe!
We're back at our lunch spot and conditions have changed a little bit.
Yeah, I can't. It was so hard for me.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's get out of here. This.
Okay, then you win. Oh my god. We're in the middle of it now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just want to go home.
Okay, crazy thunderstorm. It's hailing non-stop and it's gross hail as well. Let's make the track really slippery. You can see the cabin, but unfortunately it's still a long way down. Not too bad. We definitely came off the glacier in about 30 minutes and it took us about 6 hours to get up it. But yeah, we're just trying to hide under some rocks.
We made our way back down, but due to the hail, like I said, it was impossible to see the track. It was several centimeters deep and we got pretty lost. It ended up taking us about 8 hours to get down because we kind of had to zigzag in and out of places where we had trouble accessing. Eventually we made it and everything was all good, but it got a little bit long. Yeah.
So the day after the mountain, and we got back and there were some thieves here and he panicked and he dropped this little guy from his horse. Yeah, he dropped you, poor little thing. So the hike yesterday, it started off pretty good, but it just got worse and worse the longer the day went, I feel.
Yeah. Well, the hail hit us when, like, as soon as we hit the peak, and then it hailed for a couple of hours coming down, and then the hail turned into snow. So we couldn't see anything that resembled any kind of track. Like there was no track.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, they stack rocks upon each other, and for me that pretty much means that this is the right way home. But they were everywhere and they just led to these cliffs, so we had to turn back.
Yeah. Also, when we arrived back, we packed all our stuff up and hidden it like on the very top. There's like 3 levels here to sleep on, and we hid it on the very top level. When we got back, this guy Matthias was here, and he was like, oh, like, just started talking to us. He was like, oh, there was a thief here before. Like, he had all my stuff. Like he'd gone for a short walk, and when he came back, the guy was in here going through his bag. And we were like, fuck. So I ran up the top, and he'd gone through all our stuff, taken
everything, like sleeping bag was out of their covers, the tent,
was out, like
everything was out, like everywhere.
But he didn't take the tent or the sleeping bags or the mats or anything.
No.
He took some pencils that Sarah had and some socks.
Yeah.
And
like underwear and
weird shit.
Yeah,
but
the weirdest stuff.
He had all the other guys' electronics, but the electronics that we didn't take, which I would highly recommend doing this, is we put them in a waterproof sack and we went up the track and we hid them up the track, just like off the track about 10 or 20 meters. So
there's a lot of good places to hide your stuff, but be sure to bring a waterproof bag.
Yeah, well, that's
because we had a waterproof bag, but it was a few drops.
There was a couple of drops in it, but nothing actually.
But it was.
But we couldn't have hidden our sleeping bags and all that stuff because it just rains here every afternoon. So we were just like.
After everything, when we met Matthias and he explained all of this to us, it's been a few people up here.
So many.
With like all quads and motorcycles, and just going in and checking how it looks and then going back, and they have nothing to do with the park at all or the mountain.
The thing is, it takes like an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to get up here, depending on the vehicle that you've got. And these people are just coming up to walk into the cabin, say hi to us, who just happen to be sitting here eating or whatever, and then leave, like to go back down. It's like, you don't drive 5 hours for nothing.
Matthias told us that when they have guided groups, they always have a man behind to watch the gear.
I know. Overall, though, the hike was pretty incredible.
Yeah,
everything was amazing. The only bad thing was the thieving bit, which we got everything back because just luckily this one guy happened to be here and come in on the guy when he was. I mean, but the other guy, like the thief, had the other guy's camera, his Kindle, his like all his electronics and that sort of shit. So he was just really lucky he got back here when he did.
Yeah.
And for anyone wondering about the dog, we actually took him back down the mountain with us. And the guys at Orizaba Mountain Guides actually agreed to keep him and look after him, which was super nice of them. And we really appreciated it because he was a skinny little guy and he was kind of stuck on the mountain by himself. And we didn't know what was going to happen to him, but apparently he's healthy and well and living his life.